This next biome is a little brighter and filled with more organic life than the magnetic caves. This is called the Primordial Caves. Here you will explore and find prehistoric and dinosaur-like creatures which have been buried and moved to the underground caverns. Many of the mobs in here are actually neutral towards you and will only threaten you if you threaten them. Stick around and you may find that they take a liking to you, from which they will follow and protect you. You will notice whilst in the Primordial Caves that there is like an ambient light with the colour yellow to match the prehistoric dinosaur theme. Scattered around these caves are a range of natural plant life like different ferns, fly traps and a new type of tree called puin. This wood can be used to craft other decoration blocks like doors, stairs, slabs and more. As well as the moss growing on the floor, you can find mostly limestone, sandstone and packed mud surrounding you also. On the roofs of the Primordial Cave, you can find amber shining in clumps. In the centre of the amber clumps, you will find ambersol, which can be used as a light source. Occasionally in the Primordial Caves, you can find campsites or ruins with cave paintings on them, showing how ancient they are. As I've stated, limestone makes up a lot of this cave biome and can be made into spears, which are weak but ranged weapons. You can also smelt limestone into smooth limestone. If you use charcoal on the smooth limestone, you can make cave paintings. There are two species of trees that can be found in this biome, one of them being a puin tree. This can be most commonly found in this cave and has its own wood type, which can be crafted into many decorative blocks like slabs, stairs and more. They also produce pine nuts, which can be eaten or made with other materials into a serene salad. The other tree species is the ancient jungle tree, and this can produce tree stars, and we'll go on to this use later. This first mob is the Subpteranodon, and these pterosaur creatures can be found flying up high. No need to worry about them attacking you though, as they are neutral, so don't aggravate them. They do have 20 hearts and 2 attack damage. You can actually tame them if you would like with Trilocaris, which are small aquatic creatures found in Primordial Caves, so we'll go on to these in a bit. They can be made to sit, follow and wander. You can also make them fly and have them glide to where you want to go. Just hold spacebar and glide in the direction you want to go. Control is to make it descend and shift is to dismount. You can also breed Subpteranodon with Cod. This next mob is also neutral and is called the Grottoceratops. They have around 50 hearts and can deal 10 attack damage. They can be found roaming in the prehistoric caves within herds of 2 or 3 and can also be seen eating curly ferns. If you are close to them when they eat the fern, it can have a chance to drop a fiddlehead. This can be made into a fern thatch or a serene salad. If you decide to kill the Grottoceratops, it can drop raw dinosaur chops, which can be cooked and made into nuggets or a seething stew, and it can drop tough hide, which is used to craft some primordial armor. You can breed them also with tree stars, and these can be seen occasionally on the leaves in the Primordial Caves. After this is done, an egg will be planted onto the ground, which will hatch into a baby over time. This is the Velociraptor, and can be found in groups roaming around the Primordial Caves. They are mostly neutral towards you, but will attack small mobs for food. If there is an elder, the Velociraptors will get more confident and target larger mobs like the Grottoceratops. If the attack is unsuccessful, and many Velociraptors are killed, including the elder, they will retreat. The Velociraptor can have 28 to 32 hearts of health and deal up to 3 attack damage. You can actually tame them in a special way. You first need a dinosaur nugget and either pass it to them or leave it in a chest for them to steal. After a few seconds, it will eat it and fall asleep. This is where you will wake it up but with some serene salad, and when it is awoken, the Velociraptor will be yours and can make it sit, follow or wander. They will protect you, but are smart about it, because if they are injured, they will sneak away to heal before joining back into the battle. Tamed Velociraptors can also be bred with dinosaur nuggets, whereby they will lay an egg, like the Grottoceratops, and it will hatch after some time. These baby Velociraptors will imprint on their parents' owners as well. Keep an eye on the Velociraptors, as they are quite cheeky. If there is food on the floor, the Velociraptors will grab it and eat it after a few seconds. They can also go into the chest with food inside and steal it, so make sure not to leave any food around. Even with the doors shut, they can still open them to get what they want. Moving on to the first hostile mob of this biome, and these are called Tremosaurus. It won't only hunt you, but other mobs as well, which are found in the Primordial Caves. It has around 150 health, which is the most we have seen so far. It has 8 defense and can deal up to 14 attack damage. It has quite a creative way to attack, as it will let out a roar, which not only frightens and panics nearby mobs, but also knocks Subpteranodons out of the air. They can bite at it, or if it's small enough, it can also grab it in its mouth and deal continuous damage. If you're brave and prepared enough, you can actually kill it, and it will drop a heavy bone, which can be created into a primordial helmet, bone meal, a primitive club, and a seething stew, but it can also drop some raw and cooked dinosaur meat. Although it is hostile, there is a way to actually tame it. You first need a primitive club, by which can be crafted with 1 heavy bone and 2 cycads. Once you have acquired this, you will need to hit it and stun it. Once this is done, you will need to feed it serene salad. which should make it snap back into action. Do this repeatedly and it will eventually become tamed. This may take a while, but persevere as it will pay off. Once it is tamed, you can make it stay, follow, or wander. But that's not all. You can ride it like a war mount and make it roar to make nearby mobs flee in fear. If you can tame 2 of the Tremosaurus, you can breed them with cooked dinosaur chops. They will then lay the egg on some fern thatch and, after a while, it will hatch. Like the Velociraptors, the baby Tremosaurus will imprint on their parent's owner. Now, it wouldn't be a mod made by the same creator who made Alex's mobs without any Easter eggs. If you name the Tremosaurus Princess, it will change its skin to what you can see now. When the Tremosaurus walks near water, the water will ripple. You can also play a music disc near it and they will start to dance after putting on some groovy shades. This next mob you will be able to see from pretty far away due to its height. This is the Relicharis. They can be seen walking around, looking for leaves or Trilocaris to chomp on. They are neutral, so they are fine with you near them. Just don't hit them, or you will make them angry. They do have 120 hearts of health and can deal 12 attack damage. If you feed them Primordial Soup, which is crafted with 2 cooked Trilocaris tails, a tree star, and a bowl, it will make the Relicharis go into a frenzy, and will knock down any trees that are in its way. If you decide to kill it instead, it can drop heavy bones, feathers, and dinosaur chops, but good luck as they are tough. If you can get your hands on some tree stars, they can be bred. The final mob in the Primordial Caves is the Trilocaris, which I have mentioned a couple of times. They are neutral, but not much of a threat as they can only deal 1 attack damage, and only has 10 hearts. They are found in small bodies of water, found within these caves, and probably being chased by other hungry dinosaurs. They can survive in and out of water, but you can bucket them up too. If you decide to kill it, it can drop raw and cooked Trilocaris tails, and the amount they drop can be increased with the looting enchantment. If you mine enough amber, an amber curiosity may drop from it, and this can be used to craft an amber monolith. The monolith can also be found occasionally around the Primordial Caves. Once these caves are placed down, it can repopulate the nearby area of animals over the course of a couple of days. The factor of the animal will depend on the natural occurrence in that area, and any nearby animals. We have seen that Serene Salad can be used in many different ways to tame mobs in the Primordial Caves, but you can also consume it to remove the stun effect on you. The Seething Stew is another food source that, when consumed, can inflict the rage effect, which boosts damage depending on how little health the player is on when consuming it. If this is fed to other creatures, it can make them attack other mobs, and you can watch as the chaos erupts. The Primordial Soup was seen to make Relicharis go into a frenzy for a short amount of time, but if the player consumes it, it will provide haste for a short time. The Primitive Club is a slow but great weapon as it can stun mobs for up to 15 seconds, making them unable to move or attack. You can craft the Primordial Helmet, Tunic, and Pants with a couple of resources collected from the dinosaurs found in the Primordial Caves. This armor set can give great benefits to the player when worn, whereby it will increase their health and saturation on consuming raw meat. The Cave That Time Forgot is earned when you enter the Primordial Caves. Modern Art, It'll Never Last, is obtained when you use charcoal on a smooth limestone to create a cave painting. Time of the Titans is earned when you create a 3x3 wall of smooth limestone and use charcoal in the middle block to get the mystery cave painting. Life Finds a Way is obtained when you encounter or attack a dinosaur. I attacked a Velociraptor and it got me the achievement. Tree Stars is obtained when you obtain a tree star. Didn't Make It on the Ark is obtained when you breed Grottoceratops with tree stars. Re-Extinct is when you kill a large dinosaur. Tastes Like Chicken is obtained when you cook a dinosaur chop. Swaggy Meal Mummy Made is earned when you craft a dinosaur nugget. Clever Girl is earned when you tame a Velociraptor. Enkino Man is obtained when you craft and obtain an entire set of primordial armor. Lore of Club and Fang is earned when you craft and obtain a primitive club. Tyrant King is obtained when you tame a Tremosaurus. Fronds Like These is earned when you obtain a Fiddlehead. Strictly Medicinal Purposes is obtained when you craft a Serene Salad. Dinosaur Train is a challenge which is earned when you put all 5 dinosaur types in minecarts. Abnormal Shrimp is earned when you obtain a Trilocaris in a bucket. Prehistoric Elytra is earned when you tame a Subpteranodon. Lumberjackosaurus is earned when you give a Relicharis a Primordial Soup. As we come away from this prehistoric land, we will soon find ourselves walking into a deadly and radioactive place, known as the Toxic Caves.